earlier, I was sitting down, getting this podcast ready, getting this episode ready to record our podcast about cheeses and the different kinds of cheeses out there. Because I got all this stuff together about the Rogue River Blue cheese, which is the Oregon's best cheese ever. Mm-hmm. Kevin knows about that. But then Kevin was like, Todd, I want to play D&D. And I was like, Kevin, please, I want to talk about cheese. But alas, eventually I gave in. So, welcome to the Dungeon Speak podcast, a D&D campaign based on Greek mythology. My name is Todd. I'll be the DM for this adventure. Now the players will say hello themselves.
Hello, my name is Macy, and I'll be playing Eldora.
Yo, I'm Dylan. I play Andrak.
Oh, hi everyone. I'm Castor, and I play Dimitris, the logistics employee.
Oh, hi, I'm Becca, and I play Kiriki.
Hi, I'm Kevin, and I will be going back to the cheese topic later on. Don't worry, fellow cheese friends.
Cheese is very important in life. Every now and then, we're looking at Roll20, and we see pictures of people's characters. We see their tokens. We see the artwork in chat, stuff like that. But who doesn't get to see that are the people hearing the sounds of our voices. Unless they follow us on Twitter. Or YouTube. Becca had the idea to relate our characters to actresses or famous people. So going through some ifs, ands, and buts, and with a few different opinions, I thought it would be fun to relate Pallas to Katie O'Brien. And she is in that new movie with Kristen Stewart, so you can imagine who gave me this idea. She's pretty stacked. Like, she plays a bodybuilder in that movie, and I'm actually very impressed with her physique.
She's built.
Yeah. She's got the long hair, she's got the athleticism, and she scares me. So it's everything I want in Pallas.
She's hot.
And there's that.
Mm-hmm.
It's important.
I personally think that Jason Momoa would be a pretty good fit. He's in good shape. He's without the beard, he looks pretty young. He's tall. I feel like he could pull off Andrak.
He's hot.
Very hot.
I would go with Margot Robbie because I don't really know very many actresses, but I know she's a blonde actress, and I liked a few of her movies. So, yeah.
I like that all she had to do was be blonde.
Sometimes that's all you gotta do.
Yep.
Well, for Castor, the token I have created bears a resemblance a lot to Christopher Lee, as he played Saruman in Lord of the Rings. But his character is too whimsical, I think, for that actor. So going on looks alone, he kind of looks like that for everybody to bring in mind. But, I mean, character-wise, I would like it more if he was played by Eric Idle or John Cleese from Monty Pythons. I think they would fit more than Christopher Lee.
I feel like if he had the hair to pull it off, I feel like Patrick Stewart would do a great job because he can be kind of silly too.
Yeah, I can see that. I
like Patrick Stewart.
I have a couple of different options that I felt fit Malachi real well. The first one and my preferred pick is Hugh Jackman. If you've seen his token and you stare at it long enough, sometimes it just kind of looks like Wolverine staring back at you. And I stare at my token a lot because I'm always Malachi. So, yeah, I looked up a few different pictures of Hugh Jackman, and every time I saw pictures of him outside of the Wolverine stuff, I'm like, okay, yeah, I could see this happening. And then the second option was actually Carl Urban, who, if you guys don't know who that is, he plays Billy Butcher in The Boys. He has played Bones from Star Trek, God, what else is he in? He's in a lot of different stuff. He's played various.
Dredd.
He
It
was
was Lord of the
Dredd.
Rings as well.
He was in Lord of the Rings as Eowyn. No, that's the woman. God,
It was one of the
it's her-
Rohirrims.
It's one of the
But he-
Rohirrim.
Yeah.
Who was he in that?
He was the leader of the cavalry that charged with together with
Oh,
the
My
nephew
was-
of the king,
Eomer.
Eomer. Yeah. Oh no, Eomer
Yeah.
was the king.
Nope.
he's in that new Mortal Kombat.
Oh,
movie.
Theoden. That's Theoden. Sorry, yeah.
And he's in the new Mortal Kombat movie as well. Yes. But yeah, he's kind of got that same stocky kind of built, but also kind of rugged looking face to him. And I actually think of him more for the voice of Malachi than Hugh Jackman. I think Hugh Jackman would still do a great job, but if like I wanted the voice to match what I picture in my head of Malachi, I think of Carl Urban's voice.
Make him like Darth Vader and have two different actors.
Yeah, sure. That wouldn't cost $1.5 million.
That's a lot of money.
$1.5 million.
I feel like that's not enough money. I feel like that's just Hugh Jackman alone.
Probably at this rate these days.
Oh.
I think Hugh Jackman is too jacked to be. I always picture Malachi a bit more scrawny.
Jackman is not that jacked. He gets real lean. So that helps.
That's actually one of the reasons that I thought Hugh Jackman worked well, because Malachi isn't jacked, he's lean. He's got he's like kind of a stringy kind of guy.
What about Jake Gyllenhaal?
You know.
No.
That's
about
more on
Christian
personal
Bale?
preference.
Was that the
That's-
Brokeback Mountain guy?
Yes. I just don't like Jake Gyllenhaal that much. But
I like him, Prince of Persia.
Christian Bale could be a good pick as well, yeah.
And he can do the voice.
Yeah, he'd be pretty good with the voice too.
He's
Yeah,
a
I'm
really
still
Batman.
keeping on Keith Urban. Or I'm sorry.
Oh, I mean
Carl
Keith Urban.
Carl Urban. Yeah.
Carl Urban's a good pick. I had
Yeah.
to look his face back up because I couldn't remember.
Just him and the boys. I could picture him throwing on a hood and grabbing a scythe and
Yeah.
not giving a fuck. I guess it's another day of killing.
Yeah.
I've been on this topic for a while. I've been thinking about this for a while. I stumbled across her on TikTok. I didn't know who she was, but she came across my feed, and I was like, "That's what Kiriki would look like if Kiriki was human." And it's Rhea Ripley from
That is a bad looking
WWE.
motherfucker.
Yeah, Rhea Ripley is also very hot.
She is absolutely very hot. And I was watching like reels of her, and everybody like edits her really funny and like the thirstiest way. I just like, because she's got the face structure that I think Kiriki has, where she's like kind of scary.
Yeah.
but she's still like gorgeous, but like not conventionally pretty. You're just like, damn.
It's that insane I will probably eat you look.
Yeah.
You know?
I just love her so much. She's
Yep, she
Absolutely
looks like
amazing.
Kiriki, all right.
and she's
I
also
would like.
buff as fuck.
Yeah, so I googled her,
Mm-hmm.
so I can know who you're talking about, and I would like to point out that my favorite thing about her is that her husband's name is Buddy.
Yeah.
Bad motherfucker like that,
Buddy.
She's also Australian, so
I'm sorry, Buddy.
Buddy.
but yeah, I was like, her mannerisms too, like when you were watching her wrestle and stuff, and it's like, yeah, she's Kiriki if Kiriki was a human. So it just worked out perfectly, and I was like she's a little buffer than I think Kiriki would actually be. Kiriki's ripped, but she's not like Rhea Ripley ripped.
What's Kiriki's strength?
14.
Yeah, she's probably more like a 16.
The most surprising thing about Rhea Ripley is if you look at her pictures and then you realize the fact that she's 5'7".
Oh, still taller than me. It's fine.
I mean, well, what's the average height for a woman? It's not that
Probably.
tall, is it?
It's like 5'5", 5'6", or something like that, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds right.
It's not that she's tall, it's that I would have thought she'd be taller.
You know, that's
Oh.
fair.
It looks like she's a 6 foot tall woman, and then you look that up and it's like, oh, only 5'7". That's a few inches shorter than I would have expected from the way that her posture, like her size, makes her look taller than she is what I'm saying.
Holy shit. Worldwide, the average height of a woman is 5 foot, 3.5 inches.
That
There
average
you
is,
go, Becca.
yeah.
I am taller than that. Wait, what was it? 5 foot?
5
5'3".
5 foot, 3.5 inches.
Oh, yeah, I'm taller than that slightly.
Slightly.
That's fine.
I'm a big fan of Gruyere in general, but if we really wanted to get down to brass tacks, I think there's just no going wrong with cheddar.
I mean, okay, so I'm a big fan of cheddar, and so I'm going to lean a little bit more Tillamook because I don't know if you know, but last year they actually did get best cheddar in the world.
Really, that's very flattering
In the
because they are
world.
from my area. Yeah, I
Yeah,
can
but
drive to the original Tillamook factory in 3 hours if I wanted to.
I actually kind of figured the best cheese would come from Italy. That's why I was like, what?
I
Yeah.
feel like the best cheese would come from Wisconsin.
No, you can't beat Tillamook.
You know,
I really like Gouda and Munster cheese. Like a good smoked
okay.
Gouda.
yeah.
Yeah, that's very good. Yeah, some like salami or some crackers. Yeah.
Demetrius, what's your favorite kind of cheese?
Well, I mean, I am Greek, so, I do like feta cheese a lot.
Fair enough.
But I do enjoy yellow cheese like cheddar and Gouda quite a bit.
Hey,
Well-
Todd,
Yeah.
I changed my mind. I want to play D&D again.
Yeah, let's go.
Hi, my name is Macy, and you're listening to the Dungeon Speak podcast.
Previously on the Dungeon Speak podcast, the group ran across a chest, and not only did they get in the chest, but it was opened for them, and they were welcomed to it. And I don't know what they were expecting, but what they got out of it was some beautiful shit. Kiriki got a new sash, golden, fluffy, little hearts on it. Castor got a rose. Andrek got a sword. Everybody got a little bit of something. And after that, they went back out, took all those turns, and went around the area all the way, staying against the wall, got to almost the entrance of the place that they were going around so much. And then whenever they started to take a left turn there, they came back towards the music area, and they repeated the same practice that they did before by putting stuff in their ears and humming. And they had a couple of problems going through there because they were just skirting around the outside of it, but not too many. Malachi took the time to go over there and see about destroying the harps. It didn't work. They took a left through a hallway, came across a bridge with a chest on the other side of it that had some water going under it. And while it looked like it was settled, you could see water on the bridge and on the walls around it, so you don't think it was actually settled, but maybe just a trick or something like that. And there was probably some kind of trap or challenge to it. But that is where Palace previously said she went, and it met her description of what she did, so the party just completely avoided it. Good decision. They also found some beds of flowers, almost actually like beds. They were soft, they were comfortable, and that is where the party laid their heads down to rest. After the rest, they kept going, kept exploring, found another room with a bigger bed, found some other pathways, some other hallways, fought a bull, fought a fiery creature, and then they eventually came to the statue of Aphrodite. And before I talk about too much about what happened right there, I want to go back to the beds for a second. So now that you know that this is an area for Aphrodite, those beds that y'all rested on, well,
I would like to clarify that I did not, in fact, long rest at all, because I'm exhausted.
oh yeah, I'm sorry. Malachi was reading his book and then got tortured with stretching by Kiriki.
Yes.
She was showing them yoga poses. That was fun.
Torturous.
But he never gave up who his number 2 was, so good for him.
Yeah.
As the party came around the corner, they saw a statue of Aphrodite. Naked, beautiful, happy, exuding beauty and love. And in front of it is a demonic creature. He is quite large, as most of them are. He's got like that hard crustacean skin or shell. He's dark in color. He's got red glowing eyes. He's got 4 arms, 2 very large ones with like pinchers or claws on the end of them. They look very strange. And then a set of arms under them. They don't look as big, but you can see the claws on them. And he's got 2 horns that kind of go out the back of his head. And he would look angry, but he almost looks very calm right now as he turns around and Castor, Malachi, and Kiriki, which one of y'all speak Celestial?
Not me.
Me
Neither do I.
Great. Okay. So he turns around and he says something. I would like everybody to please make a wisdom saving throw, as after he says this, there's like a burst of purple energy and almost a ring from that statue, but it seems to go around corners and then keep going. So, wisdom saving throws. What did y'all get?
Malachi got a 25.
Is this a spell or spell-like effect?
Damn it, Dylan. Yes.
Alrighty. Well, fuck. Todd, that's 2 nat 1s for a total of 9.
That's terrible luck.
What in the fuck?
Castor got a 24.
Kiriki got a 21, but it was a natural 20, so...
Shit! I got a 10.
That is
Wait.
the worst luck ever.
You okay there?
Not really.
That's so awesome. So we have a natural 1 from Andrak and then a natural 20 from Kiriki. That is the best of both worlds. You know what, Becca? Because I like you, you get a pass. You get a save. Andrak and Adora, those are fails. So as you guys, this guy stands up and he turns around, he looks at the party, and he speaks in Celestial, this the voice you've heard Aldora say and other creatures around this place. He says, "Oui, Marin." And then right after that, at the same time, you hear Andrak and Adora say, "Oui, Marin."
Oh, shit. That can't be good.
Would you all please roll for initiative?
Oh no, we're fighting them.
I'm
Kinda looks
specifically... I am specifically the only person well-suited to maybe taking down Andrak.
I can take Eldora. That's not a problem.
Initiatives, Kiriki. Whoops.
I got a 16.
Oh no. Malachi.
6.
Oh, that's so bad.
I'm exhausted.
Oh yeah. And Castor.
13.
Hey! This is not a good initiative. This is not the initiative that you want to see when your friends have gone to the dark side. So, Castor, as you're standing there on the left side of Andrek, as you guys both come around this corner to actually look at the statue, you and Andrek can see it. Malachi, your head kind of poking around the corner, following behind Andrek. You can also see it. Aldora is behind Malachi. 10 feet behind that is Pallas and Kiriki. And Pallas has her weapon drawn, as most all of you do walking around this place, because you're kind of see fighting demons. Mm-hmm. And she's looking kind of straining her neck, looking down the hallway. But Andrek, Castor, you see him go a little bit relaxed and then tighten his grip on his sword as he's looking towards the statue. This creature has like a purple haze coming out of his eyes as he kind of just like saunters up to be right in front of you. And then you almost see him smile down at you. Castor, what languages do you speak?
Common and Druidic.
Okay. He says in Abyssal,
"You're going to die."
And then Malachi can translate for you later. For now,
we're in danger. This is not good.
Castor does... Wow. Does an 11 hit?
Nope.
Natural 2. Does a 19 hit?
Yes.
Okay. That's not good, because this is the hit with that big claw that actually grapples you when it does hit. So you take 13 points of bludgeoning damage, but you are grappled. So you will have to acrobatics or athletics your way out, or do your little flower mist thing. But after he grapples you up, grappling you in this little hook thing, pulling you a little bit off the ground, his bottom two fists come at you with a 15 and a 19 to hit.
The 19 hits, the 15 not.
Alright, you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage, as that the one of the bottom arms just actually connects with maybe your ribs a little bit there. That's a decent chunk of damage, especially for an old man. After that, I need to look something up.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to make sure so I don't. Okay. After that, Aldora is going to turn around and look at Kiriki and Pallas. And Kiriki, you can see she has this like purple mist coming out of her eyes, and you can see the shield with Athena's symbol on it relax a little bit as she raises like the little sword of luck that she carries in her hand, and you see a beam come out of her hand.
Oh, okay.
Ooh. Okay, so you see this beam come out of her hand, and then you see it splits halfway. Does a 19 hit you?
Yes.
Okay, well, a 29 definitely hits Pallas. So, she is upcasting and twin spelling Guiding Bolt.
Twin spelling?
Yeah. So,
Oh,
Kiriki, you take 15 points of radiant damage.
Ow.
Pallas takes 15 points of radiant. Or, I don't remember. Did we used to have you reroll for each one, or just carry
Yes.
it over? Okay.
Yeah, I had to reroll each time.
Oh, man. Pallas takes more.
Alice
Pallas
has more
takes
health.
19 points of radiant damage. After that, you see she raises her shield and the sword in kind of a fighting position, facing you with this purple haze coming out of her eyes. Castor! Oh, I'm sorry, Kiriki. It is your turn. 10 feet away from Aldora, behind her is Malachi. Behind him is Andrek, who is still facing the statue. Oh, and then you see the demon beating on Castor.
Oh, I can't reach the demon. But I can reach Aldora.
You wouldn't hurt your friend, would you?
I don't want to, but she struck me, and that's not very friendly.
That's
If
a
it helps,
no-no.
it was a low roll.
It was a low roll. She's like, but
As Kiriki runs up towards Aldora's swords drawn, Malachi turns slightly and looks at her and says, Kiriki, no lethal blows. They're just cursed.
Actually, Malachi doesn't know anything about any of that yet. Andrak hasn't turned around, and he doesn't see behind him what Aldora was doing.
Oh, okay.
And his passive
Well, but
perception
he just saw, he heard the words enchanted, and then he saw Aldora, their friend, launch bolts at his friend. So he's making a jump of assumption.
Did he see that?
He heard. The demons say something, and then both of them said something, and then Eldora turned and shot magic at her friends, so he is making an assumption.
Make a perception check. Above 10, I'll agree with you.
Fine.
I know your
will.
perception.
That was not the right modifier. It wasn't above 10 either way. I rolled the wrong perception modifier and still only got a 4, so fuck you, Todd.
Malachi's friend is getting beat by a demon. Why would he turn around?
Then strike what I said. Kill her if you want.
I'm leaving that in for sure.
I can't find out where activating Foresight would be an action or a bonus action. Every time I look for the spell, it doesn't say. And the boon doesn't
Foresight?
clarify either.
Oh, shit. I have no idea.
Foresight 5e.
It doesn't say. I've been looking, like staring at the spell. It doesn't say if it's an action. It says casting time is 1 minute though, so probably not in combat. So that's probably it.
Well, okay, so you
Yeah.
have said in the past that you would do it at the beginning of every day.
I didn't
So,
do it today. Because it
well, I'm
ended
saying
before.
If you want to retrospectively say that after you guys wake up, got done stretching, and you got done torturing Malachi, if you wanted to cast
Well,
Foresight, you could.
I didn't have it for the bullfight, so
Hold on. Wait a minute. One of these things isn't true. Hold on.
yeah, I didn't have it for the bullfight, so I don't know if I can just say I've activated it since the bullfight.
You didn't really need it then.
Okay.
I will leave it up to you. If you want to have it on, you can, because you have
Okay.
said that you would do it every morning.
All right.
It is an action.
Okay. So after the bullfight, since we did encounter stuff, Kiriki did put up Foresight, so all
Okay.
of her attacks now against Eldora have advantage.
Damn. And I forgot to mention that you are glowing.
Yeah.
So pretty.
All right. I'm not gonna re-roll that one. That one.
Well, that could be a crit.
I'm not critting Eldora. but Kiriki will take all 3 swings onto Eldora. The
Jeez.
first, well, I'll re-roll that one because that one did hit. But I don't want to crit. Oh, that wasn't much better. Okay, so 22, 2 22s and a 13.
All right.
She's got high AC. I know she does.
So the first 2 hit, the third one does not.
Yeah, it bounces, but that's okay. The first 2 are what matters. That's the big damage right there. And that is 24 points of slashing damage.
That is unnecessary.
So, I can hopefully see that Kiriki is just run
Beating
up
on
and
Outdora.
started.
Kiriki has lost her mind. You must kill her.
I'm
You
gonna
hear
say
metal against metal. There's no way that you didn't hear that.
I'm gonna say to honor the natural 4 that I rolled for my perception. Malachi's not gonna realize that Eldora had started this, and he's gonna turn his head slightly away from Castor getting beat on by a demon and look at Kiriki slashing into Eldora and just, what the fuck are you doing? Focus on the demon.
She attacked me.
And that's all I have allotted for this, not on my turn action of speaking. So
It's very he said, she said. I don't trust Kiriki. I think you should kill her. I mean, it's the only option. Castor, you're being held in the air and getting punched by a demon. That's weird.
So I looked up hidden paths, and it never mentions that I cannot do it when I'm grappled. So I will use my hidden paths,
hell yeah.
and I will move back here.
All right. So you go back by Palace, 10 feet behind Kiriki and Aldora.
Yes. Did I see Andrak?
I have
Did
not
you
seen
see
Andor,
Andor?
but
I don't know.
I've
I
heard
haven't
good
seen
things.
Andor actually. Now that I thought, yeah.
I should watch it sometime.
Wow. ADD.
No, it's A&D.
Have I seen Andrak being affected now by the statue? Can I roll to see if I have realized it?
You have a much higher passive perception. The problem is that he wears a helmet and he wasn't facing you. So if you want to roll a perception check, I'm not going to make it 10 like it was for Malachi.
I'm gonna roll it.
I'm gonna give it a 20 because you got a high passive or a high perception, so you can make
so
that.
it's like a 45%.
And you were getting beat up.
Fair. So it was a 24.
A 24. Okay, so you saw Andrak relax his sword a little bit while looking at the demon, and then start gripping it again after the demon said whatever he said. And then he started to turn around. He hasn't quite turned around yet, but you started to see him turn around. You think you saw the purple mist that's in the demon's eyes, in his. You think Malachi's fucked.
Exactly.
When
like
is he
I
not?
Since my character has a high intelligence and wisdom, like he would assess that Andrak, if he is indeed cursed like Aldora, he's the biggest threat there. So I will cast Polymorph on Andrak.
You know what I found out about Andrak today?
He's got magic resistance.
He's got insane resistances. What kind of resist, or what kind of spell is this? Sorry, what kind of resist?
It's a wisdom.
Wisdom. That's not bad. You are correct. He does have the mantle of spell resistance. And, because he's a samurai, he has proficiency in that. So he rolls this saving throw with advantage.
With advantage, oh. Jesus. That's never happening. Well, I said it now, so...
That is a 22 wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, he passes. Damn it.
Is that what Caster says?
Gosh darn it.
Right. He appears next to Palace and just goes, "Damn it."
Palace furiously nods and goes, agreed.
We say something more like, no bother. Don't be a more fitting reaction. And that is his turn.
Okay. After that, Palace is going to jog the 10 feet, kind of like hesitantly, and then she's going to look at Kiriki. What are we doing?
Would Kiriki notice the spell difference? Because Aldora has given moments of fear towards Kiriki, so her openly attacking her is not in character for her.
Purple coming out of the eyes, her attacking you. I would say, yeah, you know something's not right.
We need to knock them out. If you can take Aldora out, I'll head for Andrak. Malachi and Castor are in his range.
Malachi cautiously turns and slowly starts looking at Andrak.
Palace is going to kind of fearfully go, I'll try. I'm sorry, girl. And then she hooks her on the ankle with a 19 to hit. Aldora string saving throw. That's a 10. Aldora goes to the ground. And then Palace is going to like lean over her, almost like kneeling, and then hit her with the butt of the sword across the head or face. 18 to hit, natural 20 to hit, and then an 18 to hit. Oh shit, I forgot she has advantage. Oh, that's fun. Natural 20, 24, another natural 20.
She really wants to take Aldora out. Bent up feelings.
Yeah,
We're
this
friends
is all,
here.
This is Athena hatred coming through a little too much.
So she did a total of 61 points of damage to Aldora.
Aldora's dead. Holy fuck.
No, not yet. Aldora is bleeding, and you can see her hair is matted with blood, and you can see bruises already forming on her head. And Palace is like, I'm sorry. I really like you.
I don't know about that one.
Roll a persuasion check on the rest of the party.
Malachi, you hear this behind you as you see the body of Andrak,
Oh, shit.
6'4".
Oh, God.
Blood. Turn around. This two-handed sword. This purple mist coming out of the helmet from where his eyes are as he just looks down at you.
I'm in danger.
Exactly.
I'm going to try to say this as flat as I can. You're going to die.
Fuck.
That was a pretty good Andrak.
Yeah.
He sings twice.
He sings twice? Oh, God.
Yeah. He swings twice, bringing down this great sword on top of you, and then kind of uppercutting with it, coming down on you. That's a 20 to hit.
Yes.
And then a uppercut with it is a 19 to hit.
Yes.
Okay, so you take 27 points of damage slashing.
Ow.
And
Wham,
that's all he
wham. Oh, God. Andrak, stop hitting me.
does. No.
Also a very Andrak response.
Malachi, it is your turn. That 6 really sucked in initiative.
Yeah, it did. Malachi doesn't want to hurt his friend, but he can't keep taking a walloping from Andrak, and he's very much afraid that, honestly, nobody can. He's seen Andrak fight monsters that should kill somebody and come out on top with barely a scratch. Knowing that this is not a battle, he could probably win blow for blow. He is going to reach around, pull the staff of power off of his back, look up at Andrak and say, "We'll figure out a way to get you out of this, but you need to sit down for a few minutes." And he's going to cast Wall of Force. An invisible wall of force springs into existence at a point you choose within range. The wall appears in any orientation you choose as a horizontal or vertical barrier at an angle. It can be free-floating or resting on a solid surface. It can form into a hemispherical dome or a sphere with a radius of up to 10 feet. So, he is going to put a wall of force. Oh, by the way, it is 1/4 inch thick, and it lasts for 10 minutes. And is immune to all damage. The only way to break it is a disintegrate spell, which I'm pretty sure Andrak doesn't have. He is going to put a 10-foot by 10-foot dome right there, encapsulating Andrak and the other 10 feet around Andrak, keeping him separate from the rest of the party.
Damn. All right.
And then, as a bonus action, he's going to, now that he's still in, he's going to step to the left and look down at this demon and say, "I don't know what you did to our friends, but you're gonna fucking die for it." And he's going to, as a bonus action, cast 2 rays of Eldritch Blast at the demon.
Yes, sir. You see that same purple haze coming out of its eyes.
First attack is a 15 to hit.
Unfortunately, a 15 will not hit.
Fair enough. Then I suppose the natural 1 for a 14 is also not going to hit.
It's going to be that kind of day.
Crit table.
You know what? I happen to have that up.
Yeah.
That's a spell failure, isn't it?
It quite indeed is. Let's see how old I get this time.
Please roll a D100.
83.
What the fuck? The spell effect target area is flooded with 1d100 butterflies per 1d4 rounds.
Persephone's playing a prank on me. See, he tries to call forth the spirits of the dead, and as normally these projections of himself spring out to attack his enemies, he moves his sword out to make the attack, and literally just hundreds of butterflies start pouring out and filling the space instead. What the fuck is going on?
Roll a D100 and then a D4. Huh.
Oh, Malachi. What a day for you, my man. 33 for the D100 and 3 for the 4.
So 33 butterflies are floating around that area for 3 rounds. That's a lot of 3s, by the way.
It is. This would be very much in Dylan's wheelhouse. It's his favorite number. Yes. So luckily for this, in specific situation, Andrak has been locked down for 10 minutes as long as I maintain concentration. So he's going to turn at the end of his turn. He's going to turn back towards Kiriki and just say, "Please don't kill Eldora. I'm pretty sure we're going to need her to get us all back to full health after this is over."
And you see her on the ground, blood coming out of her head. And Paus has a hand raised with a sword in it.
He would have said that loud enough that Palace could hear too.
She just kind of looks up at him like, oh.
Focus on the demon. I don't know if it's controlling this, but it needs to die first, either way. And that's the end of Malachi's turn.
Top of the initiative order, it's the demon's turn. Now, I know the people who are hearing my voice can't all see this map, but there is only one option. This demon. He moves 1 square ahead, 5 feet, and then he's going to wail on Malachi.
He will certainly try.
You know what? That's fair. You never know how this can go.
Oh, not until you tell me what he rolled. That is correct.
You know what? I'm having trouble deciding something. This demon is going to look over his left shoulder at Andrak. And he's going to look down at Malachi. And in Abyssal, he's going to say, no more. And he's going to power word stun you.
Oh. Well, interesting. Can I counterspell it?
Yeah.
All right. Power word stun. That's a real hefty spell.
Level 8.
Yeah. So I have to roll, as far as I recall, what is the, help me out here. What is the actual modifier I use for that? Is it my spellcasting modifier?
It's your spellcasting modifier, so it'd be a +5.
So I have to roll an 11 or higher in order to counterspell this mofo.
10 plus the spell's level. Ooh.
I have a +7 to my spell modifier. Gods be with me.
Oh, shit.
That's a 19.
It is dispelled. Or counterspelled, sorry.
It is counterspelled. Malachi reaches up through the butterflies, holds his hand out as this green magic cancels the effect, and he brings his hand down, and his eyes are still glowing with the green energy, and he says, "Oh, I don't think so."
He's gonna punch you twice with his lower hands. Angry. 21 and a 17.
21 hits.
Oh,
17 does not.
Okay, 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
6 points of bludgeoning damage, and I will roll for my concentration.
Get a 10 or higher, and you're good to go.
10 or higher. It's a natural 20 for a 25. I'm not losing focus.
I mean, I'm glad you kept focused, but at the same time, it's a waste of a natural 20. All right. After that, it is... It's Outdoor's turn. Man. She's in a sticky wicket of a situation here. She is going to look up at Palace. Your efforts are unnecessary. And Palace has to roll a wisdom saving throw. Not proficient.
Is that a spell?
It is.
Kiriki's right there. And Kiriki will counterspell that.
Hell yeah.
Let me hurt myself real fast. Hold on.
I was waiting for it.
What a strange sentence.
I gotta give myself such a nasty headache. Oh, that's a lot of damage. 13 points of damage to counter that spell.
You just countered one of her most powerful spells. Mm-hmm. Hold monster.
Ooh. Is
that
a
higher?
monster?
Well, the description is creature, so, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think that specifically hold person, it works on people, and hold monster works on other things.
Yes. Yeah.
So it would have to
is,
be.
If it says creature, I say human is. Oh wait, it is 5th level.
It's 5th level
You have
spell.
to roll.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Oh no.
What am I rolling?
What are you?
You roll your
Intelligence?
spellcasting modifier.
Oh, that's intelligence.
Yeah. So 4-ish.
Yeah, you have to beat a 15.
Oh.
That's a 23. That's not even
God.
a natural 20.
Palace's wisdom save throw was a 4.
Oh,
Good God.
wow.
Yeah. So you not only canceled out one of her highest level spells, but you said Palace. Man, she can't. She's gonna stand up, so she doesn't have advantage on her anymore. But other than that, she can't do anything else.
Okay.
Nope. All right. Damn it. Well, I mean, yay. I have mixed feelings. I don't know what to do. All right, so after she stands up, Kiriki, it is your turn. She stands up, glaring at you with these hazy purple eyes.
Yeah, but Palace is right here, and Palace can take out Eldora. Kiriki turns her attention to the demon, points her sword at him, and goes, "You've done this to my friends, and now you will die." And Kiriki would like to rage. And good thing is, one of Kiriki's best qualities is that she can walk on walls. So she just, and these things keep going. We've done this before, where Kiriki just scales the wall, and will come right up to the demon.
Are you going up above Malachi?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, I'm going above Malachi, and I'm walking around to the demon. I'm sure Eldora might take an attack of opportunity, but Kiriki is moved behind the demon this time. Like, I don't know if I can get that far, but she's above where she can strike the demon, though.
All right. We'll see you can get on its right-hand side. Just kind of hop off the wall there on the edge. Mm-hmm. And you can see down that corridor where you haven't really gone yet.
Mm-hmm.
I was already looking up to see if Palace could throw her luck sword at the,
Well, that was a natural 20 for the first hit. See if I can get two natural 20s. Because I used my bonus action. Nope, that's a 20. That's a natural 20 and a 28 to hit.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Yeah. That's fun.
Uh-oh.
First hit, that is 33 points of slashing damage.
Holy shit.
And then the
He's
second
hurt now.
hit is only 9 points of slashing damage. So Kiriki comes up, rages, says you're dying, and comes over and just wails on him. But I don't have my third attack because I raged.
That's insane. He already looks like he's been hurt quite a bit. Oh gosh.
That's the end of Kiriki's turn.
Castor, it is your turn. You're at the back of the hallway, and, well, you see what's going on.
Yeah. I mean, what can we do about the other two?
Well, Andrak's locked up. For 10 minutes, he's not going anywhere.
You could teleport Andrak out.
Nah. I can teleport in there with Andrak, no?
Yeah.
Yes, cure him with the power of true friendship.
Wondering if pleading to Aphrodite at the statue would release them. Or if we need to kill the demon. I'm not sure what to do, so for now we'll just cast Thorn Whip on the demon. Do some extra damage. And then I'll see. 14 to hit.
Unfortunately, a 14 will not hit.
Oh, bother.
Oh, bother.
Who was that? Winnie the Pooh that used to do that. Oh, bother.
Well, shoot. I won't do anything. I'm just assessing the situation. I'll just move forward a little bit
Alright.
here.
I mean, you're yelling out all this profanity. Oh, bother. Darn it. Calm down. Alright. So you go up next to Palace. And she smiles at you as you move up next to her. And she like smiles in kind of like a greeting way, like it's habit. And then she's like, something's wrong with Eldora. And then she looks at Eldora and goes, I really do like you. And then she bops her on the head with the butt of her sword. With a 31 to hit? Yup. Yeah. So she was doing the non-lethal damage. So she's going to knock her to 0 and then be done with it. That could have gone a lot worse. But okay. Ah, damn it. Wait. Nobody swung at you. Who is it? Kiriki and Palace still have that radiant advantage thing going on because of Guiding Bolt. But I don't know how long that lasts, so I have to look that up. Palace has a little bit more left in the tank, so she is going to move up after knocking I'll door her down and kind of like hop over her to be next to Malachi, and then she's gonna try to use this hook spear on the leg of this guy. She's gonna try to catch him right behind the knee because he's so big. That is a 23 to hit. She hits. Kevin, can you do me a favor and roll a strength saving throw for this guy? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
D20 plus 9. I'm sure he's going to fail.
Sure. It's a dirty 20.
She just kind of hooks in into his leg, and then he doesn't come down. She just looks up. She's like, oh, dear. Oh, bother. But she's going to go ahead and slash twice. 30 and an 18. Oh, shit. What's his AC? 17. That's both hit. She does 31 points of damage to him. Andrak, on the inside of this dome, starts pacing, having his sword at the ready. And on his left is this demon. In front of him is Palace. And then he can see Malachi kind of in the corner there against the wall. And
like
he's
that.
just glaring.
It's like that scene from The Phantom Menace when Darth Maul is just pacing outside the Force shield.
I was looking for that GIF to put up. That's exactly what it is.
Let's see. After that, it is Malachi's turn because Andrak can't do anything. You know what? He's going to ready an action. Should this dome come down, he's chopping on whoever's closest.
He'll be waiting for a while. Malachi is going to see that we're all... It seems to be a group effort now to just absolutely decimate this demon. So he's going to join in with his friends. Holding up Persephone's sword, he is going to take 2 mighty swings upon its stupid face.
I think he's intelligent.
Well, he's going to be dead in about 2 seconds. 24 for the first hit.
24 will hit.
And 32 for the second hit.
That will hit, sir.
Good. Fuck this guy. In particular, 47 points of damage.
Oh my god.
Does
He's
he get
still
live?
alive.
Oh, good. 2 Rays of Eldritch Blast.
But.
Disadvantage since I'm right in front of his face.
Aha. But
But
these.
let's see here. The first one is a 20 to hit.
Yes, sir.
Ooh. Well, shit. And the second one's another natural 1. More butterflies?
Roll the damage for the first one, and then we'll see about your failure to blast.
16 as the first spectral version of Malachi steps out in front of him and starts slashing at this dude. And then my D100 is an 80.
An 80. Oh, shit. Please roll a d6.
It's a 1.
Please roll a 1d10.
Okay. 2.
You know, I never thought these words would come out of my mouth, yet here we are. Malachi turns black for 2 hours. Here were the options: black, red, blue, purple, yellow, green.
Oh no, I'm gonna get canceled so hard.
We need to tread lightly.
So I'm picturing it's definitely an onyx or charcoal black, as opposed to the ethnicity black.
It's like an obsidian.
Yes. So, yeah.
Let's go with that. I would agree.
Malachi goes charcoal black, just dark. Like his face almost loses its features as it's just so dark. And then he doesn't really realize what's going on. He just knows that the other person that he cast didn't come out. He kind of looks past the demon over to Kiriki over its shoulder, and he's just like, what the fuck is going on with me today? Yeah,
Kiriki's
that's
gonna
my
start
turn.
Kiriki's gonna start questioning your magic abilities.
I'm
Keep doing this to yourself.
I didn't realize that I was a wild magic sorcerer until now.
Oh, how are you a Hexblade Warlock? But you keep having caster fumbles.
I don't know, man. I'm cursed. This is Hades' fault.
Oh, God.
This is what I get for bad-mouthing the gods so much.
Thank you, Kevin, for playing with us. I don't know if I've said that recently, but that
Happy
was
to
a
be
good
here.
laugh. I needed that. Oh. Oh, God. All right.
That's my turn.
Great. Now I'm going to beat up on you some more.
Okay.
Wait. Oof. Man, you both suck. Kiriki and Malachi. Yeah, he's just gonna stay on you. Alright, he's gonna hit you with his two big ones. That's a 20 and then a 24 to hit. Not natural.
Yeah, they both hit.
Alright. 21 points of damage and then 24 points of damage, and you are considered grappled. For the purposes of DC 10, and then DC 12.
Hold on. I have to roll concentration checks.
Sorry.
So the first one was 21 points of damage.
Yes, sir.
So what's the DC that I have to beat on that?
10.
10.
It's half the damage or 10.
Okay, so that's the first one is successful, and the second one is also successful. It's a 12 and a 19 for my 2 concentration checks against that damage.
While you're grappled, he's going to swing at you with his bottom 2 arms.
Ow,
That
that
is
got
a
me.
16 to hit,
Fail.
and then a 24 to hit.
That one hits.
8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Malachi goes down. And concentration is lost on the globe or the wall of force. So, yeah, good luck, y'all.
Are you serious?
Realize you were that low.
I am squishy, guys. This is the important part to remember about Malachi.
I don't know how it's going to go. So
I can. I
I'm
have Hugh Jackman in my mind now. You can't go down.
I don't know which direction this is going to go from here, so I want you to know that he only has 21 hit points. That's how close you were from everything being perfect.
Yeah,
All right.
I am downed, so...
That is the end of his turn. Aldora is unconscious. Kiriki, it is your turn. You see this thing. It has the limp body of Malachi, who apparently has a sad bank robber's face on his token. He's got him in the air, and he looks pissed. And then you see this. Is the wall of force visible?
It would appear as like a kind of scintillating, glowing orb. It was like a dome, is the way that he manifested it. So it kind of looked like a force field, but it drops.
Okay, so Kiriki, behind the demon, you see this dome drop. And Andrak takes his ready to action.
On me?
Rip.
Or on
Now
who?
he's got taken on Palace.
Oh, okay.
Andrak swings at Palace for a 22 and a 14. 22 hits, 14 does not. He does 9 points of slashing damage. 1 away from minimum. I like it.
Yeah, Palace can take that.
Yeah. She's already bleeding, but she'll be alright. I don't know, does
Alright.
radiant damage make you bleed?
Maybe? I don't think so. I think it's kind of a burning thing.
You see this demon has black blood oozing from all over its body. You can see it dripping onto the ground. And you see this black Malachi in its hand, or claw.
Unconscious. Bleeding. Well, probably not bleeding because I think he was punching me, so
Yeah.
bruised.
All right. While you were doing Andrak's thing, I rolled my first hit, which is a 29
Uh-huh. On who?
on the demon.
Oh, yeah, that'll hit. Do you want to do it one hit at a time, see if you take him down?
Sure.
Okay.
6. No, I don't think I can with just one hit. It's not enough damage if you said he has 21 hit points left.
Is she raging?
Oh, right. Duh. So maybe.
Thanks, Kevin.
16 points for the first hit.
He has 5 hit points left. He's barely alive. He's sad. He misses his mom.
Good. The second
About
hit
to go
is
see her.
the second hit is a 21.
That'll hit.
All right. Yeah, he's not long for this. He's meant to be back with her. That is a 17 points of damage, slashing damage. And Kiriki, when she comes down she'll like jump down off the wall and put like because she didn't use her offhand yet, but she puts the blade and like slides, using him to like ease her way down off the wall as she like digs her blade and slides down.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Sick.
You see the purple haze staying in his eyes, and even as they close, you see the mist coming out from under his lids as he falls to the ground.
And that means
Malachi
Andrak's
slumps to
still
the
up,
ground.
isn't he?
I'm sorry, what now?
Andrak's still up, right?
Yes, ma'am. Andrak has his sword gripped, looking at both you and Palace.
Mm-hmm.
As if you're meals.
Well, that's Kirky's job.
You want a bonus attack?
I do have a bonus attack.
I'm not saying you should use it, however. Palace looks at you and says, help!
I'm gonna move over because I slid down and I landed. If I use the right thing, I slid down and I landed here, so I can hit Andrak because I'm off the wall now. And I'm going to make my last swing on him. Kiriki doesn't understand the idea of non-lethal, so it's full blade.
That makes
So.
sense to me.
16. I know that doesn't hit.
No.
It just bounces off his fucking body.
Dink.
Right, that's the end of Kiriki's turn.
Alright. After Kiriki is Castor.
All right. I will move next to Malachi, and I will cast first a level 3 Cure Wounds. So I heal you for... Oh, I need to press roll there. Nice. For 18 hit points.
Thank you.
And then I'm also gonna use 5 of my 10 charges of Balm of the Summer Court. So I will heal you for another 12. And you get 5 temporary hit points on top. So 30
Awesome.
heal total and 5 temp hit points.
You see
That's what I was
Malachi's
supposed to do.
eyes spring open and he gasps for air. Thank you.
Alright, up and at him. And that will be my turn.
He just is on his back after Castor brings him back. He looks up at Palace next to him and he just weakly says to her, "Get Aldora next to Andrak." That's it.
She looks confused, and then she goes, okay. And she'll pick up Aldora by the wrist and just kind of drag her. And then she'll, like, take double the movement to get on top of the demon as she, like, drags Aldora next to Andrak. I don't know what kind of action that is, though. Usually that is the action.
I suppose a grapple check is probably the most accurate.
Well, no, I don't have to do it. So yeah, I guess I would take her action. Oh man, that means she can't hook him.
Sorry.
Okay.
It's important, though. I promise.
Shove, maybe? Yeah. I'll just say she uses her action to do that. Well, shit, she ain't got a bonus action no more. Alright. Andrak, on his turn, will use Fighting Spirit, which I forgot about. Don't hurt me, Dylan. And he will look at Palace and look at Aldora, look at Palace. Stop that. And then he's going to swing twice with advantage on Palace. That is a 28 to hit, and then a 27 to hit. Ooh, that's not good.
Yikes.
Total of 28 points of damage. At least he won a crit, though. I'll take it. She's looking hurt. But that is the end of his turn. You guys will notice that the stuff he's been doing here recently, he's not doing. We're far enough in combat. Like, Castor has been busy, but even the low perception people notice that he's not doing some of the combat capabilities that he's shown here recently.
He hasn't unlocked his full potential, huh?
Yeah. He's still leveling up. Malachi, it is your turn. You are on the ground. You have a lot more hit points than 0.
Yeah. Malachi uses half his movement to scramble up to his feet and grabs the Staff of Power again and once again casts Wall of Force. This time, he is casting it around both of them.
Ooh. Oh, nice.
And then it kind of tailors off against the wall like that. As he does so, he casts the spell and then kind of leans back against the wall, still holding the staff. He looks at the rest of the party and says, "We've got about 10 minutes. We gotta figure out how to dispel this, or else they're gonna get out of there and keep killing us.
What if we knock them out?
Have you ever tried knocking Andrak out? Look at the man. He's a walking
The big man's
tank.
the big man's gonna be a problem.
I don't know what a tank is.
Like a tank where you keep the water, you know, a water tank.
Yeah. He's a walking siege engine.
Oh, nice.
I could take him.
Guy just shoots a glare at Kiriki.
If you want, I can teleport you in there, but we're not opening this wall.
Kyle shrugs. I'll do it.
We're still in combat.
We can
Initiative
drop
order?
for now if you'd like.
Okay.
I'm going to put a 10-minute timer on, though.
Malachi is
Okay.
going to... Malachi has 5 charges left in his staff. He can do this one more time. So we've got technically 20 minutes in order to get this figured out in game time. So he's going to stand right here and let you guys figure it out so that he can make sure that they don't get out and start killing people again.
Well, Aldora's out for the count, so she's fine.
I can
For
also
1d4
cast
hours.
a wall of stone in a similar way, but he can break it.
Yes.
Just delay
That's,
him.
that's my thing, is that Andrak is an unstoppable force, so I had to hold him in an unbreakable box.
Kiriki will look down at the demon that Palace is standing over. Is his eyes still glowing?
You pull back on his eyelids?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And he is dead.
Kiriki's gonna look over at the statue of Aphrodite. Are her eyes still glowing? Are her eyes glowing at all?
No.
Oh.
But... I realize your passive perception. Sorry.
Is bad, yeah.
Are her eyes still glowing, or are the statue's eyes glowing?
No, but you do notice a slight shimmer in front of the statue. Like, just... You ever see something on the corner of your eye, but there's nothing there? Like that little movement that's not there? It's almost like that, but you're staring directly at it.
It's like in a spot, or is it like a wall in front of the statue, or how is it?
In front of the statue, just kind of in the air, maybe a few feet. It's hard to notice, or it's hard to say because you just like barely noticed it.
I'm slowly moving towards it.
Uh-huh.
While pleading to Aphrodite. He goes, like, he's working with his cane, and he goes, oh, great Aphrodite. Please release our friends from your loving embrace. We are only here to protect this grove and rid it of these demons that do not belong here, and nothing more. And then I'm just walking closely to see what this thing is that I saw.
Castor. As you walk up there, you hear a voice that kind of echoes around you, and you see a little golden line form on the ground in the grass. It looks like a line, and then as you focus on it and you look at it, maybe lean down a little bit, you see it's a thread. And then it seems to be stringing and becoming visible as you follow it with your eyes. It goes around the statue, and then it comes back to you, makes a little loop, makes a circle in the grass. It burns a little circle in the grass while it does, And then you hear 3 voices, one of them on your left, one of them on your right, and one of them in front of you. And they say to you,
Oh, the fates.
"You are Olympian heroes. You must help. There are worlds that need you. In front of you is the way there. To mend what love and fear have sown, the past must end as once was known. For threads unraveled and desires flame, you'll find a demon behind love's name." And then the thread is gone. And nobody else heard or saw that but you. But you can see the shimmer in front of Aphrodite. It becomes more obvious to where if you had a lower passive perception, you'd be able to see it. You guys that are near Andrak and Aldora will see that their bodies are starting to turn to like a purple stone as they stand there.
And what is the simmer that I see in front of me? Does it have like a shape, or
It's
the
like
simmer
a
was
shimmer.
not the thread, right? The threads were different, separate from the simmer, right?
Yes. The shimmer just kind of, it was what you saw at first, just barely there, but now you can see it a lot easier. It's almost like a heat wave coming off of pavement, in high heat. Mm-hmm. You could see that in the middle of the air. And if you put your fingers anywhere close to it, you could feel almost like a static electricity type feeling.
Hey. I pick up the staff, and I put the bottom of the staff up and kind of prod to the shimmer thing to see if there's like resistance to it, like if there's something there, that I cannot really see.
There's no resistance, but below it you can see the burn in the grass where the thread was.
I kneel down to examine it.
It looks like burnt grass that should have regrown by now.
Castor, what's going on? Our friends are turning to stone.
I think this is the work of another demon somewhere around here. I heard a brief message from what I think were the Fates. There is a demon hiding behind the facade of Aphrodite.
He looks over at Palace and Kirky. What are the Fates?
They're,
I don't know this.
They're prophets. They tell the future. That's
Is there a lesson later?
that's the most basic answer. It's not true, but it's like not false. It's hard to explain.
Are they
Palace
good or
is
are they
looking between
bad?
They're good. We should follow what they say.
What do they want us to do, Castor?
Make a strength saving throw.
Yeah.
Who? Me?
Yes, sir.
A strength saving throw, right?
Yes, the druid. Very strong. Very mighty. The 80-year-old looking druid.
6.
As he's yelling at you guys, and Kiriki, you start walking towards him, you see him get sucked backwards and almost folded in half, and he disappears.
Oof.
Towards the statue?
Yes.
Ah, fuck.
As I get sucked in, I go like, language.
Kiriki will approach it cautiously, but she'll approach.
The port key.
Not the port key.
You see a shoe, like a boot, an old boot on the ground. No.
Oh.
You see the shimmer after looking for a little bit. Like you see the burn in the grass, and the shimmer became a little more obvious, but Kiriki.
Can I make a Arcana check real fast?
Yes, you can.
Oof, 13. I'm so shocked.
It's magic.
Oh, man.
For sure.
Oh, God. Not magic.
What kind of magic or what specifically? Hard to say.
Kiriki doesn't, though. She'll just keep approaching. Trying to
Alright.
figure out where Castor went.
You feel a slight static electricity. You can see the hairs on your arm starting to rise. And as you step in front of the statue, you feel an electric shock go through you. Malachi, you and Palace are over there by Aldora and Andrak. Aldora on the ground, turning to this kind of purple colored statue. Andrak, the same thing, but he's looking at you, glaring at you with this purple mist coming out of his eyes, breathing heavily, both hands on his sword as he stands there. And you see his whole body starting to turn to the statue. And Pallas looks concerned at you, and then she looks back at Andrak as he raises his sword, and he starts to come down as he turns the statue, and
Ooh.
the dome comes down. So as the dome comes down, his arm stops, and he is statue.
Malachi, still kind of leaning against the hedge wall, holds the staff up in a reaction, like he prepares to cast the next spell, and then he stops and stares for a second. Oh, shit. And he kind of reaches out and touches Andrak's shoulder. He's a stone. He kind of looks at it for a second. Oh, no. And he looks past them, like through the two statues, and sees Kirki moving towards the statue.
You do not see Kirki.
Oh. Says you see the statue.
Yep. He sees the statue.
He looks past and he sees that his two other friends are gone. And he looks over at Pallas, very concerned. What's going on?
You see her looking around with her weapon drawn, and she looks afraid. And she looks at you and she goes, "Is this how we die?"
Malachi he furrows his brow deeply, kind of snarls a little bit as he says this. I'll be damned if this is how I die. There's nothing we can do for them, but let's go see. Maybe they're just around the corner. And Malachi kind of pushes past her and starts heading towards the statue. Hurriedly, he's kind of in a jog as he runs towards the statue to kind of look around and see if maybe his friends went somewhere that he just couldn't see.
She walks around Andrak slowly, kind of studying him and touching him as she does. But you see nobody, and I'll say with your passive perception, you can see the burnt ring on the ground. And as you get closer, you can feel the static electricity of something in the air.
Could I do an Arcana check?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. That's a 14.
It's magic.
He's going to take another step forward, coming out of his light jog and stepping carefully as he approaches.
As you step forward, zoned in, thinking about what you're doing, thinking about your friends, thinking about finding them, you hear this soft voice behind you. You hear Pallas say in almost a whisper, "Don't leave me." And you, Malachi, have two choices ahead of you. Malachi can either go help his friends that have disappeared or done something that happened in front of the statue of Aphrodite, or he can stay behind and try to figure out how to cure Aldora and Andrak of this purple statue disease thing that they got going on. Well, as we all know, Malachi is all about strategy, all about thinking before he acts. So I'm sure whatever he's going to pick right here is going to be the best decision he's ever made. And I'm sure he's going to spend lots of time thinking about it. It's going to be at least a week, I know that.